What's up guys, CJ with Key to See here. Today we're gonna be doing a video about why I moved to Gig Harbor and the reasons I chose to raise my family here. So a little bit about my story. I was born and raised in Tacoma. My family moved out here when I was about 12 years old. I continued going to high school in Tacoma, but started getting a lot of friends out in Gig Harbor. And eventually I realized Gig Harbor was definitely the place I wanted to end up. I did go to college in Eastern Washington at WSU, go Cougs. Spent 4 years on that side of the mountains. Really did love it, but couldn't help but feel at home when I finally came back. So the tail end of college is about when I met my wife, Allie, and she introduced me to her uncles who are commercial fishermen here in Gig Harbor. They got me a job on one of their boats, so I did 3 summers fishing in Alaska, back and forth from Gig Harbor. And then during my time off, I was working construction with a local company here in Gig Harbor. So planted a lot of roots there at the end of college and in the beginning of kind of starting my life with my wife. Ended up getting married shortly after that, got my real estate license kind of part-time, sold real estate while commercial fishing and doing construction. After less than a year of doing that, juggling 3 different jobs, I met Jennifer Hawkins, who's now, of course, my partner in real estate, and we've built the Key to See team and haven't looked back.
Are you considering a move to the Pacific Northwest?
I think we can all agree that traffic sucks. Here today, we're at the Tacoma Narrows Airport in Gig Harbor, Washington. So after about the first year of commercial fishing, Allie and I decided that we wanted to find a place together here in the harbor and start our family here. Me being in commercial fishing and doing construction, and Allie just getting into nursing and kind of being a newbie in that field. We had a little bit of a hard time committing to a place that we like based on our income, but ultimately we decided no matter what we did, we wanted to be here in Gig Harbor. So we bought or rented one of the smallest apartments at the Bracera Apartments in Uptown. It was just a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I think it was like 800 square foot tiny apartment. So we lived there together. We were so happy there. It got us in Gig Harbor. We kept working, saved up, ended up in a small rental home near the sand volleyball courts in Crescent Valley. We lived in that home for another couple years. And we kept saving our money and keeping an eye out for vacant land. And I ended up having a client that was selling some cheap dirt, and we bought it. We got a loan to build our first home, and we still live there today. So kind of having a really good idea and grounding of Gig Harbor before we decided to move here. I obviously had areas that I really preferred to be living. Obviously, right when you get out of college, you don't have enough money to be exactly where you want to be. So it forced us to do something that we were a little bit uncomfortable with, being in a small apartment in North Gig Harbor. We learned so much about the different areas of Gig Harbor after living in that apartment and then moving on to the small rental off Crescent Valley. It really gave us a great idea of all the different options and different areas and the good and the bad and everything in between about all those areas. So when we finally completed construction on our house in 2020, we already had our first boy, Kale. And we knew that we wanted to continue growing our family in that home. So we've now been there for 5 years. Our roots are down in this community. We truly love everything about Gig Harbor. The schools, the people, the community, obviously all the recreation that there is around here. We're constantly going out on our boat. There's lots of fun places to boat here. There's just local fishing right outside the harbor. 15-20 minute boat ride from downtown Gig Harbor. You're at Dead Man's Island where people tie up their boats and hang out and drift. And you can kind of jump off your boat onto the island and hike around, and the kids just love being on the sand in the sun during the summer. There's also fun wintertime boating, so you can do little trips up to Seattle. It's like a 40-minute jaunt that direction. You can go down to Olympia, Bainbridge Island. You can go right across to Point Ruston, tie up and do all the fun things in Point Ruston. So a lot of restaurants and fun little stops that you can make from Gig Harbor on your boat that are pretty dang close. So in addition to boating, as far as family activities go, we're constantly on our e-bikes. In fact, just a couple weeks ago, got our first kind of taste of spring, called some friends, asked to meet up on the e-bikes, threw the kids on the back, and just hit the trails, met up with our friends, and then rode all the way down to Finholmes, got ice cream. Just little adventures like that, you know, to keep the kids busy, active lifestyle that we love. And then obviously, no matter where we chose in the South Sound, we knew we'd be close to good skiing. We're all kind of a big skiing family and snowboarding. Obviously, you've got Crystal Mountain that's less than 2 hours away. It's one of the best mountains in the Northwest. White Pass, about 3 hours. A little bit further, but it's a great family mountain. There's a little town called Packwood, about 40 minutes from the slopes. Just a great place to bring your RV and spend a couple nights, and the family can still have some things to do other than ski. And then you've got Snoqualmie Pass, which is about an hour away. It's really close. We knew we'd be happy with our options for winter sports just being in Gig Harbor. Obviously, too, we're centrally located to multiple mountain ranges and national parks. You've got the Cascades and the Olympics. The Olympic National Forest is absolutely endless as far as possibilities go for hiking and camping. So we love to take our RV, take the family out, do fun stuff like that. If you're into dirt biking, there's just, I mean, it's one of the best places in the world, truly, to be doing that type of stuff. Also, another great thing for the family always is they shut down all of downtown Gig Harbor and just make it a great place for the community to get together. They have movie nights right on the lawn here at Scansey Park. They shut down for the Maritime Festival. Just a great place for the community to get together and the family to do things like that that's really involved with the people of this town. You know, we didn't choose to live in Gig Harbor because of the nightlife. Obviously, I think most of the bars here shut down around 10 o'clock. Sometimes when we do get the urge to have a date night or something like that, we're only like 20 minutes from Tacoma or 40 minutes to Seattle. So spending most of our time with family, we love being here, but it is really nice that we're also close to stuff like that as well. So those are some of the main reasons that I stayed in Gig Harbor and ultimately decided to raise my family here. One of the best things that I love about doing what I do is helping families move here and then watching them spend time here and watching their family grow. I would love to help any family do the same. If you have any interest in Gig Harbor, I'd love to talk. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's connect. Okay, ready when you are. What's up, guys? CJ with Key to See here. I'd love to talk. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's connect.